quick review before we go into lab, because we've got a few things that we need to change on the lab. I will be here on Monday, but that's my last day before I go to surgery. So if there's any questions, I can help you with this one, but you will have your next test before I come back. These are the dates. I've put it up on the board so it keeps you track of you. Please continue to check Canvas, because that will be how I communicate back and forth with you. If you need to, you can try and email me. I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in to email you back, okay? But I'm going to try. As far as your quizzes for Chapter 9, I'm not even going to look at them or put them on your grades until you finish the test. I'll look at them once. Okay, so they're not there right now. They will be there after you take the test, because I'll be able to see that at home, and I'll try and get that up and on as soon as I can function. Okay? The rest of that, there's a couple things I need to talk to you about. Number one, Weber State for next year has canceled CE 1120. I have tried to put it through SLIC. I've tried to go through every other college. I've tried to get it through. I cannot get it. So those of you that have signed up for CE 1120, you do have some options. It's still, if you had taken it this year, it would have been great, because it still is used at all the colleges in the state, still transfers, still is part of the nursing program, except at Weber. So at Weber, they've cut out 1120 from the nursing program. But if you go to any other college, then you have to have it. If you're going into engineering, you're going to have to take it. It's a pre-engineering thing. I'm sorry, I've tried so hard to get it for you. So there's a couple options that you can do. I'm going to have Mrs. Bagley come in at the end of the class and talk to you about biotechnology. That has biochem in it, which was the last part of the year of 1120. So you would get that. You would be able to work with the PCR and stuff like that. That would give you technical skills that you could go out and get job as lab techs. Okay, so that's a good thing to do. It does have college credit with it, so that's a good thing. Also, medical forensics is another one she's going to talk to you about. Right now, she doesn't have it as a CE class. She's trying to get CE credit for that, but I don't know if it's going to be by next year. The other option, and we're looking at it, I'm letting the principals decide, is we might offer a half a year organic, or we might offer the curriculum for 1120. You just wouldn't get the college credit. Now, if you need a grade in that class to go on, then you could still take the class from the college, but you would have all the background and knowledge and be able to get an A in it, kind of thing. So there's a good and bad to that part. If you don't need a grade in it, then you could complete 1120, go up to the college and take the CLEP test, and that would give you the credit for that class. Does that make sense? So I'm trying every way I can to get you credit for being able to do 1120, but the class is not going to work next year. I wish it was, because it was way cool this year. We got some real awesome things going on. But that is what it is. Okay, so I wanted to make sure you knew before I left. I'm going to have Mrs. Bagley come in and talk to you about what's going on there. The only thing that you'll miss out, we'll be doing 2 chapters of organic chemistry at the very end of the year, and so you'll get a flavor for what organic chemistry would be like. Actually, it's one of my favorites, is organic chem. And then biochemistry sort of combines biology and chemistry together, and how your body works and things like that. And that was the second part of 1120, which was really cool, is really cool. But she does a lot of that in biochem, or biotechnology. And she's thinking about adding a couple of my labs that I did in 1120, like the last one we did, where we took water fleas and we put them on nicotine, and we put them on caffeine, and we put them on different things, and observed what happened to them. So that was sort of cool. So she might be pulling that lab into hers. So I wanted to make sure you had options, so you knew what you were going to go before I left, so you knew where to go from there. Because I know we had about a class of 30. So sad. But such is life. Okay, so you have till next Wednesday to get that test done. Make sure you do the best job. So having said that, I want to come into a little bit of notes. You might want to just pull up a scratch piece of paper real quick. We're going to talk about some notes real fast. That might help you on the test if you haven't taken it already. If you have, I'm sorry. I should have got it in last time, but I didn't make it. So just a reminder, remember all the things about acids and bases that we've talked about. Make sure you have your 3x5 card, really, really, really good for this. The Henderson-Hasselbalch is a good thing to have for the buffers. You need to be able to work through things. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, so we've used this equation. You can tweak it. I found a way to tweak it so that you can actually use a balanced equation, and you don't have to go from molarity to moles, then to the balanced equation from moles to moles, and then go back to molarity. If you take a balanced equation and you put the coefficient in front of the H plus right here, and the coefficient in front of the OH minus right here, you can use the same equation and be done. Okay, so it makes it a real fast, easy one. We're going to actually show, I'm going to work through a problem with you like this so you can see how it works. But this basically is the same. So if it's not a one-to-one relationship, if it's not one hydrogen to one OH, if there's like two OHs to one hydrogen, then I can do it still with the equation, but I'm adding that first thing. Okay? This equation's on the next page, so don't freak when I turn the page. Oh, it's not. Never mind. It's on the page after that. I'll let you look at it one more time. It's on the page after. Okay, we okay to go forward? If not, like I said, it's on the page after, so you can get it again. And I'm going to be writing it by hand for this next one. So what you have to do is you have to have a balanced equation. Now, do you really need that balanced equation? No, because all you have to do is look, for every two hydrogens, I need two hydroxides. So if I'm just looking at these two by themselves, I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to need twice as much of the NaOH. Okay? I'm going to stop this for